can't sit back and tolerate this. We can't ignore this and act like this is normal behavior. You've seen me and heard me talking about it for months now on this show. Social media has radicalized young people, and it has particularly radicalized young black kids without fathers, without intact families. That's who can get radicalized. When all of the messaging from social media and all the media elites are sitting on platforms over social media, on corporate media platforms, telling young black kids, you're a victim, you're owed something, white people are an impediment to your happiness. They're being radicalized, and they're acting out in their radicalized minds and doing crazy things like jumping a woman. This looked like a group of 14, 15, 16-year-olds attacking a white woman for apparently no reason, and I can't think of a reason that would justify what they did. And I don't care what she may or may not have said. And I have no indication that the woman did anything. But let's say she said something inappropriate. That's not how you handle it. It's just not. The mayor of Chicago, the mayor-elect, he's not, Lori Lightfoot is still in office, but the mayor-elect, a guy named Brandon Johnson, I believe, made some silly comments that I think we'll let Delano address. But I want to juxtapose that video of a bunch of crazed, radicalized, insane teens jumping a young white woman, and corporate media is ignoring this for the most part. Juxtapose it to the kid in Kansas City. I believe his name is Ralph Yarl. Young African kid, his parents, I think, are from Africa. Kid was in the band. He goes to the wrong house in North Kansas City to pick up his siblings, and an 84-year-old man shoots him twice. And apparently this happens in the evening, not super late at night, but in the evening, and it turns out it's an 84-year-old white man. Obviously, this is major news to the New York Times. This is major news to all the corporate media outlets because it's a young black boy and it's an old white man. And I think what happened here is absolutely terrible. The young boy is apparently going to survive. I believe he's recuperating at home after spending several days in the hospital. It looks like he's going to survive. But everybody has rallied around this kid, and we even have NFL quarterback Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback, one of my favorite players. He's calling for justice for Ralph Yarl. And so there's all this pressure to speak out and raise your voices and make sure that Ralph Yarl gets justice. A justice that I felt confident was going to come just based on the facts. Someone can't ring your doorbell and you shoot them because you're not expecting them or they don't look the part. I don't know what motivated the old man. Perhaps he's been radicalized too. I don't know. But there is a chance because if you listen to popular culture, if you follow music and television and any of these social media platforms, young black kids are portrayed constantly as a violent threat to the safety of anybody. So maybe this old white man has been radicalized no different than what I'm saying young black kids have been radicalized. I don't know. That's all to be discussed. But what I can tell you is there's a complete difference in the way people are reacting to these incidents. Their NFL quarterbacks are speaking out on behalf of Ralph Yarl and demanding that there's justice and that this old white man be held accountable. Are we aware? And maybe I'm not paying close enough attention. I want our team here, scour the internet, scour media everywhere. Justin Fields, anybody for the Chicago Bears, putting out statements or being asked for statements for justice for the white woman who was attacked by a bunch of crazed, radicalized teens. Anybody in the NFL speaking out, anybody in the NBA talking about what happened to the woman in Chicago. But Ralph Yarl is front page news everywhere. This double standard cannot continue. It's not healthy for America. It's not healthy for us. It's not healthy for young kids. An 84-year-old white man is being held to a standard that he should be held to. But young black kids are not. Anything they do can be rationalized and excused. This cannot continue. It's part of the reason why I was so pleased with Fearless Army and the roll call we did to gather men who have put these surface level identity issues away and just want to serve God. We need more of that. That will benefit everyone. And as Delano argues in his column today, the solution is families. Everybody knows what's at the root of the chaos that we're seeing in Chicago. It's the destruction of families. But no one wants to talk about it. We want to pretend like nothing's wrong here and that, hey, these kids have a right to be angry at white people and they have a right to go loot Walgreens or whatever store they want to. They should be. And again, this is the mindset to me of the liberal white person who thinks being black is a curse, who thinks being black is a horrible existence in this world. And black people are getting on board with selling that message. I don't buy that. My skin color is a blessing from God, just like yours is. Regardless of what color you are, your white skin color or your lighter skin color is a blessing from God. It's not a curse. It's not something in America that relegates you to second-class status in this country anymore. It used to, but not anymore. And we need to quit lying to young people that it does and that it justifies unrighteous behavior. Like what you saw? Hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the full episode by clicking the link below.